And since coal is verboten and nuclear is the work of the devil, and since we can't build any more rivers, the only acceptable backup is, Tim will tell you,
natural gas, otherwise known as methane. An interesting quote.
We're building these all over the country, and one of the questions we ask, we need about 3,000 foot in altitude. We need flat land, we need 300 days of sunlight, and we need to be near a gas pipe. Because, for all of these big utility scale power plants, whether it's wind or solar, everybody is looking at gas as the supplementary fuel. The plants that we're building, the wind plants and the solar plants, are gas plants.
Well, give RFK credit for honesty. You're really just transferring the carbon dioxide load from coal over to natural gas. And to make things worse, it isn't even necessarily a net gain, because with the terrible global warming potential of natural gas, methane and the methane molecule, and the fact that it tends to leak from wells, pipes, and pumps, it doesn't take much leakage to undo the gain that you've accomplished by changing over from coal burning to natural gas burning. It turns out that the combined cycle gas turbine critical leak rate is only 4.0%. We call that the worth it threshold, perhaps better interpreted as the not worth it threshold.
No.
Once you get to that point, and a little bit beyond it means you would have been better off staying with coal than having switched over to burning natural gas to begin with, because the greenhouse gas infrared capture ability of the methane molecules undoes the good that you've done by eliminating CO2 emissions.
yeah, beyond that, it's not worth doing.
It's not worth doing.
Yeah, hence the term.
You would have been better off just staying with coal.
Yeah.
The national leak rate, by the way, that's a little bit different, of course, depending on how good the capacity factor is for a wind or solar farm backed up by natural gas. It turns out that at about 25% capacity factor, a wind or solar natural gas-backed plant behaves about the same way as combined cycle gas turbines. At better capacity factors, which some wind farms have, then we can tolerate a bit more leakage before we get into net detriment from having switched off of coal. But at lower capacity factors, down around 15 to 20%, which some solar farms are stuck with, we can't leak any more than about 2 or 3% of our methane before we get into a not worth it condition.
Yeah, you might as well be burning coal.
Might as well have stayed burning coal.
Exactly. Regarding global warming, not total pollution, but regarding global warming, you literally might as well be burning coal.
Might as well.
Yeah.
The national leak rate admitted to by the natural gas industry is 1.6%.
Even if all the wind and solar farms were built and operated as perfectly as the technology would allow, with a national leak rate of 1.6%, that they can't control, because that's the gas companies, the gas industry, that they are wiping out, that wipes out 40% of all the climate benefits we're trying to get from gas-backed wind and solar. So even if you build it perfectly, 40% of your intended gain is wiped out by the leak rate of an industry that you can't control. That's the thing the solar and wind people don't tell the people they sell their stuff to.